So good morning everyone, welcome to your Wednesday morning flow. Today we're going to do an energizing flow from one asana to the other. We'll start with a few gentle stretches just to kind of mentally and physically prepare the body. Okay. So we're going to start laying down. Bring the feet towards the edge of your mat, not maybe completely, so that the two knees can gently roll together. Smooth and soften the sacrum, lower back into the mat. Feel the spine softening into the mat and all across the back body, and placing the hands onto the abdomen. So from here we're just going to center, just taking a little time out to bring awareness into the flow of our breath in and out through the nose. So with the hands on the tummy, feeling that lovely full expansion as you inhale, the lift, rise of the abdomen up into the hands. And then the flow up through the rib cage, right up into the shoulder tips. And as you exhale, just softening, belly drops down. Just mentally scan the body, just being aware, is there any tension that you're holding unnecessarily? Is there something that doesn't feel quite right? Maybe shifting the body slightly to adjust. And as you're breathing in and out, just bringing your intention into your practice. Perhaps as you breathe in, a loving intention, I am loving. And as you exhale, I am kind. Or something that resonates with you today. It could be I am strong as you inhale. I am gentle as you exhale. And just feeling the skin over the face, the head, the neck, soft and relaxed. Lovely. From here, just releasing the hands either side of you. You're just going to flop the knees from side to side. Just tweaking out the spine, the lower back. Lovely. Roll it. And then we'll come back to center. We'll heel toe the feet together. Smooth the lower back into the mat. Gently lift feet off the floor. Clasp the hands around the two knees. And gently draw the thighs into the chest, abdominal wall as you inhale. And as you exhale, lengthen through the spine right down to the tail. So you feel that lovely press into your hip flexors. Lovely. Just one more breath here. And then we'll pop the 2 feet onto the floor, crossing right ankle bone over our lovely left thigh. The bone sits onto the side edge, so it's not digging into the flesh. We'll lift the left foot off the mat, coming into our supine pigeon, either holding behind the left thigh with interlaced fingers or just gently holding with the left hand and pressing away with the right hand onto the right inside leg. But as you inhale, you want to draw that left thigh in towards the left side of your chest, abdominal wall. And as you exhale, you want to soften into your lower back, pressing your right knee forward to open that lovely right hip. And really utilize your breath, a really powerful tool here. Big inhale, we'll really feel the stretch. Exhale, we'll release, we'll let it go, we'll deepen. Lovely, and then we'll just simply pop that foot down to the floor and swap it around. So right leg goes down, the left foot hooks over, right foot lifts off the mat. Clasp behind the right thigh or gently pressing away with the left hand onto the left inside leg. Gently draw right thigh into right chest wall. And as you exhale, opening into that left hip. Finding space in the sacrum, in the lower back. more breath here. Brilliant. And then we'll pop the right foot down, we'll unhook the legs, and we'll tuck the knees into the chest wall one last time. From here, then extend the legs up to the ceiling. Okay, have flexion in your feet, draw up to the heels, draw the toes down towards the nose. Okay, smooth as much of the back into the mat, just reach the arms down alongside the body first, so you can feel that your lovely lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the legs. And then float the arms above the chest wall, interlace the fingers, turn the heels of the hands to the ceiling. Press and extend through the arms, keeping the back to the shoulders onto the mat. And on your next inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. It doesn't matter if they don't come to the floor. Try and relax into the rib cage. Press the heels of the hands away. Stretch through the fingers, through the webbing of the fingers. Relax the shoulders. Keep the legs really energized here. Good. Big breath. Lovely. And then inhale, bring the arms all the way back up, release them down. Now we're going to take the palms of the hands, rest them on the mat underneath our butt cheeks. So sort of flick back a little bit so you can lift the bum. Place the two hands in behind the butt cheeks and fingertips almost touch. And that's enabling your pelvis to have a little tilt so that your lower back sits a little bit closer into the mat. Lovely. So from here, nice big inhale, engaging pelvic floor, abdomen to core. And as we exhale, we're going to take the legs and float them halfway down. Keep drawing the belly button right down into the mat. Relax the shoulders. And on our next L, we'll take them 3/4 of the way down. On our next exhale, quite close to the mat. Now really push lower back into the mat and curl up head, neck, shoulders and chest, and look at your lovely toes. So with the back supported here, it shouldn't be too tough on your back. You shouldn't be eliciting any back pain here. Lovely. And then release the head down, float the legs back up again. Big inhale. Exhaling, engage. Halfway down we go. Breathe into your core. Suck that belly button to spine. Relax the shoulders, relax the head and neck. On your next exhale, 3/4 of the way down. Breathe, draw that belly button. Feel like someone's pulling your tummy down into the ground. 3/4 now to almost off the floor, and then curl up head, neck, shoulders and chest. Look at those lovely toes. Lovely, and then release the head down, swing the legs up one last time. Big inhale here. Exhaling, 3/4 of the way down. Breathe. Okay, so you feel that lower back lifting off the mat. Press it into the mat. Another little bit. Engage that core. Almost to the mat, and then curl up head, neck, shoulders and chest. Look at your lovely toes. Lovely, and then pop the head down, just tuck the knees into the chest, clasp the hands around those kneecaps, draw the thighs in. Give yourself a little roll out from side to side. Lovely, so from here we're going to extend our right leg up to the sky, keeping our foot flexed. We're going to keep our left knee tucked in, keeping our left foot flexed. Place the hands down on the mat, fingertips facing towards the front of the mat. Now you're going to use your hands to give yourself a little push back, and then as you swing forward, push the hands into the mat and just lift the leg and the bum off the mat. And then flow it back and forward, push left foot into the mat, lift the bum, all the way back, lift, one more time, lift, and then all the way back, just tuck the knees into the chest. And this time our left leg extends to the ceiling, sole is flexed, okay, right foot is flexed, hands are alongside the body, give yourself a little push back, and then forward and push up, and then all the way back, and then forward and push up. 2 more times, just to get that momentum really going. Last time, all the way back, just tuck the knees into the chest wall. Lovely, float the 2 legs up to the ceiling. Reach the arms up and over the head, just rest them on the floor behind. Lovely. And then we'll bend the knees, we'll keep the feet flexed, and we're going to then roll up to a little squat. Rolling, use your hands, pressing into that little squat. Take the fingertips out in front of you. And from here, we're not going to fully straighten the legs. So as we lift the bum to let the heels rest back down onto the floor, we're coming into a deep seated bend knee forward fold, relaxing into the back of the neck, crown of the head, let the arms lie, really sort of hang loosely either side of you. Take a wee moment to settle into your breath here. So with the tummy connected to the thighs, as you inhale, you should feel the abdominal thoracic lovely stretch up and out. And as you exhale, just the softness coming into the spine, down into the crown of the head, into the lower back. Lovely. Just one more breath here. Really enjoying just a nice hanging, deep-seated knee forward fold. Great. And then from here, we'll get that nice deep bend into the knees, coming into low chest, sweeping the arms out in front of our shoulders. Eye gaze at the floor, all four corners of the feet nicely rooted into the mat. And as we exhale, tip the fingertips out in front of our shoulder width apart, fold out into a forward fold, lifting, lengthening, and extending the legs as desired. So remember, if you're very tight in the legs, don't push them into straightness. Give them a little chance to tweak and tease and find their place. Good. So whether the knees are bent or the legs are straight, just having a little rock forward, trying to sit onto the four corners of the feet. Really melt and fold out of your hip creases. Lovely. And then from here, lovely, lovely ragdoll all the way up to spine. So head, neck, shoulders and chest, last thing to come up. As we reach up to stand, float the arms above the head. Exhale, swan dive, full forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Think about being really graceful, really elegant. Exhale, fold it out, plant the hands. We're either going to step, jump or walk back into our plank pose. Exhaling fully to the floor to come into cobra pose. So make sure the fingertips are lining up with the tops of the shoulders. We'll gently slide those elbows back, lengthen the spine. Inhale, lift into cobra. Exhaling as we come down, press up through our tabletop. Curling out our toes to lift our hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. And gently walking the legs and feet out here. Okay. Feeling a real stretch through the soles of the feet, right into the backs of the toes. Keeping that lovely hip lift, belly button nicely tucked in. Good. And then we'll just reach it back down facing dog. Take a wee pause point here. Allow that breath to flow. Brilliant. And then we'll take our eye gaze forward, step jumping or walking again, legs and feet together as we come into a forward fold. Inhale, a lovely ragdoll all the way up to stand. Big inhale once we're up, arms above the head. Exhaling to swan dive it down again. Another nice deep full forward fold. Inhaling into our half. Exhaling again to plant, step, jump or walk back into that plank pose. This time as we come down, either Chaturanga Dandasana, which is either knees on or off the mat. Exhaling, shoulders go forward. Inhaling, then we'll come into our upward facing dog. So you can come from the ground or you can flow through your Chaturanga Dandasana, soft hips. Good. Exhaling, high through shoulders, downward facing dog. Lovely. So we're going to stay very stable here now. So do check all four corners of your hands. Lovely space between the ears and the upper arms. Tall spine. Brilliant. One more breath here. And then we'll allow ourselves to come onto our knees. From our knees, relaxing the tops of the feet onto the mat. Keep the heels uplifted into the sit bones as we draw back to sit onto our heels. We'll gently walk the arms away, Shashagasana, hair pose. Lovely. And then from our hare pose, we're going to push up into our tabletop. Find a nice wee dip to the spine. Once we find a nice wee dip to the spine, we're going to start walking the arms away into our puppy dog. Okay. So remember, the arms can go slightly wider if you need to. You want to dip the spine, open the front ribs and side ribs, so the chest wall's almost lifting, your eye gaze is going forward, and then we're gently sweeping and sliding the arms away. Trying to maintain hips above those lovely knees. Armpits are wide open. Surrender into your space. Try not to swing the feet towards one another. Maintain those tabletop legs. Last wee breath here. Lovely. And then we'll just simply slide the hands back till we come into our hare pose. And from our hare pose, bring our shoulders forward, lifting the hips, curling toes under. Draw the butt cheeks back towards the heels, float knees off the mat, downward facing dog. Just again, take a few breaths here, just settling into your space. Lovely. Hop, skip or jump front of the mat. Full forward fold as we exhale. Good. From here we're going to roll up onto our left heel. Slide our whole left hand under our left foot so that the toes sit at the wrist. Okay. And then the same with the right. Okay. So we're reversing the wrist position here to give our wrists a nice wee stretch. Okay. The knees can be bent. Legs can be straight. We want to bend the elbows out wide and fold and push down with the toes. Lovely. And then from here, as we inhale to lift and lengthen, really push the toes down, extend and lengthen through the arms, lift your heart center forward. Good. And then bend the elbows, fold it out. Just release each foot, each hand. Little soft bend to the knees, float it all the way up. Big inhale. Exhaling, let's go through our chair pose. Fold it all the way out, full forward fold. Inhaling into half. Exhaling again to step, jump or walk back into our plank pose. Exhaling either for cobra, whatever you prefer, or upward facing dog. Brilliant, big inhale. Exhaling into downward facing dog. So we're going to come into our flow here now. Okay. And there's a lovely lot of movement around your mat. So don't worry about placement and positioning. Just try and go with the flow. Take your time. And just be right here, right now on your mat. Lovely. So we're going to pop onto our knees. We're coming into our classic tabletop. Make sure you have enough space on your mat so into the middle sort of section here. Okay. Lovely. So we're going to take our right leg back, curl the toe under, press back to our right heel, square off our pelvis. So our first three inhales will be like cat, cow, leg, lift, chest wall, lift. Inhale, lift, leg, lift, chest wall. And exhale, curl nose to knee. Inhale, float that leg up, lift up that chest. Exhale, curl it in. Lovely. Last time, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, curl it in. Now as we inhale to lift that lovely right leg, this time we're going to take our chest wall forward, bending from the elbows, tipping the nose, and floating our right leg up as high as we can. And then push back up, straight arms and curl nose to knee. So inhale, float, lift that lovely leg, lift that chest. Exhale, shoulders go forward, nose or chin tips, leg floats higher. And then we push up, straight arms and curl it in. Last time, leg lift, float it up, lift that chest. Exhale, shoulders go forward, chest or nose. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, keep that lovely right knee curled in now. Curl the toes under left foot. Lift left knee and press back into a tucked in right knee, three-legged dog. Give yourself a wee moment here to settle into your shoulders. So from here, we're going to extend our right leg back as a three-legged dog. So don't open that hip at all. So the toes should be pointing down towards the mat. The pelvis should be nice and level. Good. Then from here, we're going to outwardly rotate that right leg. So turn right foot and leg. So your right hip lifts and your right toes turn out. Then we're going to point our right foot and inhale that right leg up a little bit higher. Good. Breathe into that. Lovely. And then we're going to tuck right knee back into our chest wall, really grounding into the left heel. From here, lift the head and look past the hands. Float your right leg up high to the sky. Okay. Rock the shoulders forward and come up onto the tippy toe of your left foot. As you exhale, right knee's coming back into chest wall and we're sinking back into our left heel. We're pushing back, three-legged dog with the knee tucked in. Inhale, float right leg up. Shoulders go forward or on tippy toe of left foot. Exhale, knee tucks in. Draw into a little tight ball. Lovely. From here, right little toe side to left little finger side. Squeeze on your thighs. Float that left arm up, turning head, neck and chest. Breathe. Feel lift into the shoulders. Keep the breath going. Lovely. So as we release our left hand to the mat, we're going to sweep that right leg all the way back up into our three-legged dog. Stay with it. Lovely. Separating right toe, big toe and second toe, we're going to hook onto the Achilles tendon of our left foot. Press down into our left heel. Lovely. And then finding our balance on the side edge of that left foot, sweep it round, side plank. You can keep your hand down here if you want, or you can float that lovely right arm up to the sky. Those arms are getting a rest in a wee minute. Brilliant. So as your right arm comes down, you're going to look at that space in between your right hand and left hand and sweep your right foot in between. Settle into a low lunge first here, tipping the fingers into the floor, squaring off your pelvis. And then we'll sweep it up, high lunge. Good. Activate that back leg, hip forward, heel back, sink and bend into your right knee. And then we'll gently release the hands either side of the foot, either fingertips or palm of the hand. Ground into the left hand, turn head, neck, chest to the right. Float up that right arm, find a lovely little twist through the spine. And then as we come down, we're going to take our right hand onto our right knee. Turn both sets of toes to the right side of the mat. So the side edge of left foot, sole of right, and then float that lovely right arm up to the sky. So breathe. Lovely. So we're going to bring our right hand down beside our right foot. Use the tippy fingers. Now press into the side edge of that left foot. Float right leg back on top of left leg. Side plank, two legs engaged. Float that right arm up again. You're doing great. Lovely. From here, right hand's coming back down. Just step that left knee in underneath its left hip. Think about Parigasana gate pose. Keep your left fingertips tipped onto the floor. Engage. Abductors, adductors. Float that right leg up. Flex that foot. Find a lot of energy here. Brilliant. Great. So from here, we're just going to take that right foot down. Okay. Thinking about gate pose here. Float the arms out. Lifting up out of the way, so we're going to extend over that right leg into a little side stretch. Tuck that tail under. Brilliant. From here, as we come back up to center, okay, just bring the two hands down to the floor in front of you. Curl the toe under in your left foot. Roll onto the heel of the right foot and sit down onto your left heel. Okay. Once you've sat down onto your left heel, just gently fold. Good, so really pressing that right heel, drawing back into your right butt cheek. Lovely, and then we'll slide the hands in, tip them either side, come all the way up, sole of the foot's back down, stretch it out to the left. Brilliant. Inhale all the way up, back into gate pose, extending right arm down, right leg, a little twist over to the right. As we come back to center, we're just going to simply keep the toe where it is, drop onto our left heel, roll up onto the heel of the right foot, turn head, neck, chest to the sort of mid space between right leg and left thigh, and gently walk it out. So fully drawing back into that right butt cheek, sitting onto your left heel, smoothing head, neck, shoulders and chest forward and down. Lovely. And then we'll sweep the arms around to the front of the mat. We're going to roll into pigeon pose. So bring your left knee to the left side of the mat, bring your left foot to the right side of the mat, and gently walk that right leg away. Adjusting into that left hip as much as you want to get that lovely open hip position. Good. So from here, squaring off that pelvis, just tip the fingertips out in front of you, lift and lengthen through the spine, front ribs and side ribs. Allow the breath to settle you in your space. Lovely. So from here, as we walk the hands forward, press the elbows into the mat, place the palms of the hands to face you, tip the fingertips onto your shoulder joint, and then just simply walk the elbows away a little bit and let your head sink down into the mat. So from here, elbows are shoulder width apart, okay, and then we'll curl the toe under our right foot, we'll extend that right leg back another little bit, we'll soften onto the top of the foot, we'll creep the elbows forward another little bit, and release fully into your right thigh, right hip. Just one more breath here, just enjoying just that little bit of time out from movement. Lovely. So as we reach up the arms forward, gently slide it all the way up. We'll bring the hands shoulder width here. Okay. Curling the toe out in the right foot, walking that right knee in to get about 2.5 to 3 feet between the right hand and the right foot. Curling toe under right foot, lift right knee, float that left leg all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog, nice open hip position. Lovely. From here, bend your left knee. Really reach that left knee up to the sky. Keep those shoulders lovely and back and drawn and lengthened. And then we'll flip it into our modified side plank. So side edge of right foot, tip your left foot behind your right arm and right leg. Float that lovely arm up, maybe up and over. Keep the lovely hip lift. So bring your spatial awareness to the mat. Where your left hand, where you think where your left hand would go. Taking our left hand down, we're going to step our left foot in between those two hands. Swivel down on our right heel. Heel, heel alignment. About 2.5, 3, maybe 4. Up we come, warrior 2. Good. I'm giving you lots of options for distance. 2.5, 3 and 4. Whatever works for you. Just take a wee moment here to settle. Okay. Checking that left knee over that left ankle. Trunk walls over pelvis. Lovely turn to the side. Lifting up out of the waist, little lateral stretch. Reverse warrior. Lovely. Inhaling to center, just a little forearm rest, left arm onto left thigh, right arm above ear. Good. And then from here we're going to swing into the high lunge. So take that right arm back, place the left hand onto the left thigh, twist and twizzle it around, high lunge, right arm up nice and high. Exhaling into prayer twist, right arm over left thigh, prayer hands, draw chest wall over, press into your back heel. Lovely. Good. From here, as we bring the two hands back to center, hands come onto the mat, knee comes down, soften onto that top foot, Lovely. Slide back into your half splits, pressing the heel onto the floor. And gently melt down. It doesn't have to be an overly extended stretch, just to release that lovely hip, lengthen out that hamstring. Lovely, and then we'll slide that left foot back to come into our crescent lunge. The knee goes forward past your left toe. Lovely, float the 2 arms out in front, reach them above the head. Exhale, soften forwards. Lengthen again, side ribs, front ribs, big long inhale, and exhale, stretch it back. Lovely. One more breath here. Brilliant. So from here, we're going to bring our hands to heart center, bring our hip back over our knee. Okay. Come back onto the heel of your left foot. So we're up. This is quite a challenge for your balance here. Good. As we slide that left foot back, we're going to come bring the knee over the ankle curl, the toe under in the left foot, right foot. Lift the right knee off the mat. Good. Swing head, neck, chest forward, ground into that left foot. Warrior 3. Roll that right inside thigh. Long, tall spines. Lovely, and then we'll pop the hands to the floor. We'll step our right leg back. We'll turn to face the middle of our mat. Feet are about 3 feet wide. Just gently fold it out. Fold forward, fold. Folding the arms, whatever works for you here. Or you could be working the hands into the mat and bringing them through. What I want us to get as much fold as we can here. Real softness in those hip creases. Good. And then we'll come into that half sort of wide leg forward fold. So we get our fingertips onto the floor. If you really need a block and it's available, you can use that there or take the legs a little bit wider. From here, we're going to rock forward onto our tippy toes. Lift up nice and high. Good. And then we're going to come back down onto our heels and roll back onto our heels. And then again, forward we rock. Tip those fingers forward, tippy toes. Lovely. Heels come down, just rock it back. Lift the balls of the feet, lift the toes. Brilliant. Then take the whole sole of the foot to the floor. Going to bend into our right knee, little side press. Push your right knee out wide. So if it doesn't feel the right width for you, go a little bit wider, go a little bit narrower. Feet are parallel. And then we'll take it out to the left. Brilliant. Now, as we take it to the right, we're going to bend into that right knee. We're going to find our balance with our 2 hands. Okay? And we're going to lift that left leg up. Good. And then we're going to swing the left leg into the right foot. And then inhale, lift it up. And swing it into the right foot. Inhale, lift it up. Step it out wide. Find your wide leg fold. Bending into a left knee now. Good. Walking the hands in front of that left foot. Press and lift right leg. Flex. Lift it up high. And then swing it into your left foot. Lift it up high. And swing it into your left foot. Last time to come up high. Really ground. Engage. Press into your toes. And then step that foot out wide. We're back into our wide base forward fold. Just surrender down to the ground here. Brilliant. From here, as we inhale to lift and lengthen, we'll walk around to our right foot. We'll step back into our plank pose. Bring our plank pose all the way down to the floor. Lengthening each leg away. Take the legs out as wide as the mat. If not, a little bit wider if you want. Lengthen the belly right across the mat. Take the hands out about a foot away from each side of the body, palms of the hands facing onto the floor. Chin sort of slightly tucked into chest, so forehead can rest onto the mat. Now from here, as you breathe in, I want you to really push belly buttons into the mat and float up your two legs nice and wide. On your next inhale, float up the arms nice and wide, just as if you're skydiving. Feel lots of air underneath you, floating you, lifting you, reaching you up and back. Great. And then we'll swing the arms in, swing the two legs in, press up through our tabletop. Exhaling, just come into head pose. Give yourself a wee moment here. Softening. And kind of sort of configuring the breath if it's got a little bit fast from your back bend. Lovely, so from here we'll come back into our lovely tabletop. This time we're facing the other side of our mat, so we're going to bring our left leg back. Curl the toe under, square off those lovely hips. And as we inhale, we'll lift the leg, lift that chest wall. And exhaling, nose to knee. Inhale, flex, lift, float up. And then nose to knee. Last time lifting, just like cat-cow. And then nose to knee. Lovely. This time we're going to float that lovely left leg up. We're going to take the shoulders forward, chin or nose, chest on the floor, leg floats higher. And we'll push up onto straight arms and curl nose to knee. Inhale, float that lovely leg up. Exhale, shoulders go forward, chest or nose. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, curl it in. Last time, float that leg up. Exhale. Inhale, press up, straight arms. Curl that lovely left knee in, curl toes under in right foot. And as you lift right knee, pressing back into lovely tucked in left knee, three-legged dog. Lovely. So from here, keep your left foot flexed. Extend the leg back into your three-legged dog so your toes are down at the floor. Then we'll find that full external rotation, left leg, hip lifts, foot turns. We'll point the toe and we'll float that leg ever so much higher. Lovely, and then we'll tuck that left knee back into our chest, we'll square off our pelvis. So as we inhale, we're going to float that left leg up, take the shoulders forward, come up high on the toe of the right foot. As we exhale, we'll tuck left knee into chest wall and sink back into our right heel, three-legged tuck knee in chest wall dog. Inhale, left leg floats up. Head, neck, chest goes forward, we're high on the toe of that right foot. Exhale, we tuck it in, reach back to our right heel. Lovely, then we're going to take left little toe side to right little finger side. Square off that lovely pelvis, reach your right arm up. Lift right from the four corners of the hand. As we exhale, right hand's coming down. Okay, we're going to float back into our three-legged dog with that left leg. Now separate big toe, second toe on that left foot. Place it onto our right Achilles tendon. Gently press down into that right heel. And then activating the side edge of our right foot. Away we go. Side plank. You can keep the hand down or float the arm up. It's entirely up to you. Breathe. Lovely. Great. So we're going to take left foot in between our left hand. Square off into our low lunge position first. Inhaling into our high lunge. Draw back into your right heel, press forward into your right hip, sink into that left knee. Next exhale, hands come down, right hand stabilizes, we turn to the left. Reach that lovely left arm up, little twist out. Brilliant. So left hand's going to come to left knee. Both sets of feet are turning to the left. So we're squeezing the pelvis around. And then we'll float that left arm up. Maybe bring it over. Maybe bring it behind, wherever feels good for you. Lovely. So the left hand's going to place onto the floor. Press into the side edge of the right foot. Left foot goes on top of right foot. Swing hips through. Lift it. We're nearly done. Active legs and feet. Brilliant. So as the left hand comes down, we'll bring our right knee now into the sort of middle third of our mat. Good. Up we come. Think gate pose. Extending the arms out, shoulder height. Lifting up out of the waist, a little lateral stretch over that left leg. Over we go. Breathe. A lot of energy utilised here, so do soften into the breath. Brilliant. As we come back to centre, okay, we're going to curl the toe under in our right foot. We'll press up onto the heel of our left foot. Sit down onto your right heel and gently walk it forward. So feel the super length in that left leg. Just gently fold down. We get a nice archway and toe stretch in our right foot. And as we slide the hands, and we'll just pop it back into that gate pose. Up we come. Arms come out. This time we're coming over our right leg. Tip the fingers. Lift that left arm up and over. Really lift into the instep of that left leg. Inhaling to centre. Lovely little lateral stretch this way. And just in case you thought I had forgotten something, here we go. Lift that leg. Brilliant. And then once we pop that foot down, okay, we're going to keep the flatness of the foot. We're going to come down. We're going to roll onto the heel of that left foot. And this time finding the mid space between the two legs. Walk the arms away. Good. So there's a really nice stretch that goes on in that left leg here. It's not too intense. Works inside thigh, slightly into the outside of our left glute. And then we're going to bring it round to our pigeon pose. So we're going to bring our right knee out, taking our right foot to the left side of the mat, squaring off that pelvis. Again, opening that hip as much as is comfortable for you. Walking that left leg away, softening onto the top of the foot. First we'll tip the fingertips to lift and create a nice tall spine, a little bit of a back bend here. And then as we come forward, we'll rest onto the two elbows. Turn the palms of the hands to face ourselves. Tip the fingertips around the shoulder. Extend that left leg away another little bit more. And then start walking the elbows away and letting the forehead gently rest into the mat. Maybe extending the left leg away another little bit. Creeping the elbows forward just another little bit. Allow the body weight just to sink down into the mat. Release. Lovely. So as we extend the arms out, we'll walk those hands in again. So we're shoulder width apart here. We'll curl the toe under in that left foot. We'll walk that left leg in again, about 2.5 to 3. Lovely. We're going to float our lovely right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Good. With that lovely open position in our right leg, bending our right knee. Lifting the knee a little bit higher, sinking back into our left heel. And then we'll drop our right foot behind our left hand, left foot, side edge of left foot, modified side plank. Nicely lift into the hips. So think about where you're going to take that right foot now. So as you bring your right hand down, your right foot stepping towards the front of the mat, we're circling down onto the left heel, thinking about warrior two stance. Up we come. Brilliant. Good. Making it as deep as works for you. Soft shoulders, eye gaze along that right arm. And then a lovely little lateral stretch into our reverse warrior. Good. Active back leg. Inhaling to center, right forearm, right thigh, left arm over. Good. So coming into high lunge here, just sweep that left arm back, hand onto your right knee, shuffle around, float that left arm up. And as we exhale, prayer twist, left elbow over right thigh, palm on palm, lift, twist and turn. Pressing back into left heel, drawing that right hip forwards to the front of the mat, drawing thumbs to sternal center. And then as we bring ourselves to our center point, two hands come down, left knee comes down. We'll stretch it back into our half splits. So right heel's engaged, we're drawing back into our right sit bone, and we'll just gently fold a little bit down that leg. Releasing into your right glute. Lovely. And from here, as we walk the hands back, we'll slide that right foot back to come into crescent lunge. The right knee sinks past right toe, left leg sneaks away. Brilliant. And then we'll float the two arms above the head. Exhale, just send the hips forward a little bit. Inhale, lift and lengthen from the waist into the ribs. Exhale, stretch it back a little bit. Lovely. And then from here, we'll bring our hands to heart center. We'll bring our left hip back over our left knee. Come into our half splits, standing upright. So you've got to really spread out the toes over that left foot to keep yourself stable. Then as we slide the right foot back, we're pressing into the knee, we're curling the toe under left foot, lifting left knee off the mat. Good. Taking head, neck, chest forward into our warrior three. Good. Breathe. And then we'll pop the two hands down, we'll step that left foot back into our wide legged forward fold. Exhale. And then we'll tip the two fingertips on the floor, step, jump or walk the feet together. Full forward fold. And give your hips a little shake out from side to side. And then a soft bend to knees, we'll roll all the way up. Big inhale. Exhaling, hands to heart center. So we're going to come into our big toe balance. So we're going to lift our foot out in front of us. Okay, so if holding onto your big toe with yogi toe lock isn't something that's available to you, then just hold onto the back of the thigh. Just think more about trying to create a flow and balance rather than perfection. Okay, so big inhale here. Exhale, fold it out. I'm going to separate the feet slightly to find a stable base. Okay. I'm going to catch hold of our left big toe with our index finger and thumb. Okay. So again, remember you can just hold on to the back of the knee if you want. Okay. So from here we're going to try and lift that leg all the way out in front of us. Good. Standing up into a nice straight, tall standing leg, sweep your right arm out. Pull and push against the toe. Think about lovely hip rotation, out that lovely left leg goes. Good. And then, good. And then we'll try and bring it all the way back to center. Reach the two arms up. And then gently lower that leg. Exhale, fold it out. Full forward fold. Give those hips a little shake. And remember, standing on your mat kind of compromises how you feel balanced. Step out onto the ground. My favorite saying is like, embrace the wobble. It really doesn't matter if you wobble. Just keep on thinking about drawing pelvic floor and belly button to spine, soft gaze. We'll catch hold of our right big toe. Okay, so you can keep that left knee bent if you need to lift and sweep that right leg out in front of us. Brilliant. Left arm goes out. Opening into that right hip. Press away to the heel. Good. Relax the shoulders as best you can. Lovely. Now we'll bring it back to our center point. We'll reach the two arms up. Lovely, well done. And then we'll pop that foot to the floor. Exhale, fold it out. Full forward fold. Inhaling into a half. And then from here, just gently bending the knees. Bringing the palms down, coming into our cobbler's pose. So lift the bum, smooth out those butt cheeks. Clasp and hold around the toes. Just send the outside thighs gently down into the mat as we gently lift and lengthen through the spine. So good, nice press to those outside thighs. Lovely, and then we'll catch hold of the soles of our feet. So take the thumbs onto the balls of the feet and open out the soles of the feet to make them nice, like an open book. Good. You have to be quite strict and hold onto them tight and really smooth and open them out. And then notice how it presses the side of the thighs down a little bit more into the ground. Lovely, and then allowing the soles of the feet just to gently draw back together. We're going to lift and lengthen, and we'll find our forward fold. So elbows may press onto the inside of the calves. They may want to come onto the front of the shins. If the knees are quite high, use those arms to help you. If the knees are nice and open and wide, think about lovely forward, 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 forward. Smooth out those butt cheeks. Lengthen through the spine. Fold out of your hip flexors and take yourself down. So sometimes when the elbows sit comfortably onto the shin, you can almost use that as a fulcrum point to draw yourself forward another little bit and then down. Lovely. So just enjoy being in this space. Feel each incremental breath, opening, releasing, letting go. Brilliant. And then we'll draw ourselves up. We'll catch hold of our big toes, yogi toe lock, smooth out those butt cheeks. Take that little balance onto our sit bones, okay? So once we've balanced onto our sit bones, okay, we've got a good firm hold on the toes, okay? And we're going to open it from our baby butterfly into our lovely big butterfly. Now, lift the chest wall up. Think about boat pose, how you draw belly button right up into the chest wall. We've long, tall spine. And then use the arms to pull the legs back a little bit as you pull your chest wall forward another little bit. Lovely. See, can you come back into your baby butterfly without falling, dropping those legs? Good. So now we're going to just extend our right leg. Lift the left foot up a little bit higher. Pull the left knee back, so like a little bow and arrow. Good. And then we'll come back, baby butterfly. We'll lift and extend our left leg. We'll lift our right foot up slightly higher. Think about almost happy baby, drawing that right thigh back past that rib cage. Lift those chest walls. Pull back with those elbows. Lovely. Great. Extend out your right leg. And then we'll bring the 2 feet in, rest them down. Brilliant. Swing it around into your tabletop. From your tabletop, coming into a wide knee tear. Drawing the sit bones back, lengthening the arms away. Resting the forehead onto the mat. Beautiful. Sliding the hands in. And cross the legs over. Roll over, coming into a lying down. Tuck the knees into the chest. So all the hard work's done. Let's give yourself a little roll out from side to side. And then as we pop the 2 feet onto the floor, we'll slide our right leg away fully, tip the left toes in behind the right knee joint, sweep the left arm out. And then catching hold of the left thigh, we'll sweep out onto our right side. Smooth it back onto our left shoulder blade, just gently turn the head and neck to the left. So with this hand on this thigh, it's okay to draw down a little bit if you want, okay? As long as you're not rolling completely out onto that right side and free floating into your left shoulder. Beautiful, and then we'll draw it back to center. We'll square it all off, we'll send our left leg away, tip our right toes in behind, sweep our right arm out, catching hold of right thigh, we'll sweep over to the left. And again, we're releasing into right shoulder, turning our gaze to the right side of the mat. You can let that leg just sit where it wants, so you can give a little extra draw over. Lovely. So find the breath evolving from the abdomen through the whole body. Beautiful, so we'll draw back to center now, okay? Last little tap of the knees into the chest. And a little roll from side to side. And then we'll pop the feet onto the floor and just find the corner edge of the mat, smoothing out the butt cheeks, giving yourself a couple of moments here now, just time out, end of session, just to release and let go. Utilizing the breath, not only to physically rebalance all your cells, just create a nice natural pause point before you embark on the rest of your day. So you draw your awareness to the tip of the nose, just be aware of the breath, just entering and leaving the body. Anything that flows into your mind. As you exhale, just let it float away again. Try not to hold or catch on to any thoughts as they arise, but simply observing as you do the breath, it just coming and going. And if at any given moment you find yourself just encompassed by thoughts or following, just straight away bring your awareness back to the tip of the nose. Breath comes in, breath leaves the body. Just for a few moments of your day, being comfortable in your own space. Being comfortable in the silence that's around you. Lovely. So from here, just generating a little bit of energy to shake out the legs. Okay. Shake out the wrists and the hands. And then we'll take a lovely big breath, whether you're interlacing the fingers or just reaching the arms overhead. Extend and stretch out. And when we've had that lovely big stretch, very gently walking the feet in. Smoothing the lower back gently into the mat to lift the knees safely. A lovely little tuck and squeeze in. And we'll roll it from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, just taking your time to come up into your easy cross-legged. Lovely. Well done, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. And I'll see you all soon.